Hey folks, That Fix It Guy here, and today we're going to be talking about an unsung hero in the plumbing world. So come along, let's get to fixing. All right, so here's what we're looking at. This right here is a 5/8 OD compression fitting. What this means, the 5/8 OD is actually the size of the outside diameter of 1/2-inch copper pipe. And that allows that to just slide over that and work. That's what the 5/8 OD means. Okay, so when this says it's a 5/8 coupling, well, that's what they mean. So where this rolls, this is a compression coupling. So you're able to go both sides. Compression comes with a ferrule. Looks like any other one, right? We see these a lot on angle stops. Here's an old angle stop. These are compression, you know, underneath your sink, your toilet. These are all compression. I don't know why we've ever really got away from these and ended up going to the SharkBite. This push to connect SharkBite type fitting. Okay, these things work well. Don't get me wrong. I've used them. But you want something solid that's gonna work and gonna last? This is your ticket. It's essentially the same principle, except you actually get to tighten it up, right? So all you're gonna do is the same thing you would do on a toilet angle stop. You're just putting it in both sides. Then you're able to grab pieces of pipe. You're able to pop one side in there. If you have any play, whatever, you're able to pop another side in there. And then you just tighten these two up, right? And you're good to rock and roll. Like, that is going to be a solid fitting. And you know what? This actually doesn't cost any more than this right here. In some cases, you can get this for less. When installing this, you just want to do a couple things. If you can, you don't have to. If you were in a pinch and you need to put one of these in, you totally could. But it's nice to have a little preparation with it, right? Because you are putting it on copper. You could just go right here and ream that out a little bit, right? Get the burrs off of there. With the inside of this, you could also slap a little Megalock on there. If you're going to apply Megalock to a compression fitting, you don't have to put the Megalock on the threads. You might see me do it once in a while. Maybe as an anti-seize, you would put a little bit on there. But as far as where the seal comes from, the seal actually comes between the top of this nut. You could see if you look down in there, there's a little bit of bevel right there. And this fitting, there's a bevel in there. And that actually, on both sides of that, you can see that that's beveled. That's where your seal is going to come from. And so that's where I like to take the Megalock, put a little bit around there, and then seal it to it. How I end up doing this without getting super messy is I usually will just go on my ring finger. It's the one that kind of works and it's not going to go too far down and get stuck. Is I go right there, take my can of Megalock, a little boom boom, just get that around there. Doesn't have to be tons. Take this bad boy, slap that right on there. Just got a little bit on my finger then, right? And now we're ready to go. Now you're able to take a piece of pipe, insert it in there, and you're ready to connect that. So then you want to have a backup wrench. If you don't have two adjustable jaws, well, grab a pair of channel locks, right? Because what we're going to do here then is we're just going to take this and we're going to tighten this down. And it is going to take a little bit of pressure, right? You want to definitely be on that, and you want to just make sure that you get that scrunched down a little bit, because what that's going to do is it's tightening this down. That's probably pretty good. It's not going to come off of there, and that ferrule is actually going to just compress a little bit. And when it compresses, it definitely makes both of these gaps right here. When it compresses, it cinches that ferrule down in here more and bows it out a little bit more, digging the edges into the pipe. So I'll take it off and I'll show you what we're looking at there. Okay, so we'll just get this rolling. And so you could see, this is kind of, it's just been in just a little bit. It didn't start crimping it. If you tighten this, so if you tighten this too tight, it actually will really start misshaping your pipe. You don't have to tighten it that tight, but really you give that nut, you give this nut about one whole turn around once this is on there, and it's going to be pretty good. It might be good at 3/4 of the way around, but one usually is good. You'll know when you start really wrenching on that thing and you're like, ugh, it's good. So once you get that put on, you could grab your other piece of pipe and boom. This connection, once tightened up and secured, ranks right up there with soldering. This is awesome. All right, folks, this to me is an unsung hero. Not used a lot these days, but man, it is awesome. I've got some other cool video stuff coming out soon because we're really getting into that pipe break season. Right, we're starting to get a little colder. Things are going to start breaking, and if you need a repair, well, this is a good repair, right? If you have a bad section of pipe, well, cut it out and put 2 of these in, right? Put a new section in, put 2 of these on. You're going to be rocking and rolling. It's good to go. I trust this more than I trust SharkBite. I'm not knocking the product. I like the push to connect stuff. It really is easy, but there's no O-rings here. This is straight up metal on metal, and it just works. It's quality, right? We've been using this a long time, and I don't know why we ever got away from this, but maybe we start getting back to it. Hopefully people don't start jacking up the prices of these things now that I've started talking about them. I really hope you guys enjoy the video. If you could please subscribe to the channel, click that like button. We'd love to have you keep coming back. We're just trying to help and hope we're doing that. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again real soon.